So it's been 2 days since the surgery, and I thought I would give you an update. My voice sounds a little weird, but it's definitely a lot better from when I actually had the surgery, because there were these big tubes down my throat and it ended up bruising my uvula. So it was a bit intense. But I was under a general anesthetic this time, which is a completely different process to the local anesthetic. I generally have a local anesthetic because I can get into the hospital quicker with that type of appointment. So that's when they do local freezing, which still causes me a lot of pain. And like, if you ended up watching my live poetry reading from Words in the Park this summer, I have a poem where I talk about hearing the scraping of my own bones. That happens. That happens every time I have a local anesthetic. It's kind of traumatizing, but the good thing is that I can have the surgery quicker, which means I'm not prolonging the pain I'm having. And the recovery process is a lot easier because it's not as intense of a surgery. Whereas now, with a general anesthetic, I was on a wait list for a period of time, was knocked out for the surgery, which is less traumatizing, but the healing process has been, I mean, it's only been 2 days, but it's already been brutal, and it will be, it'll continue to be, because I've had to do this before. It's been a while, but I know this process. I've had 1 to 5 surgeries every year for the last 11 years. So yeah, I actually asked to have the general anesthetic and to switch it up because my health has been getting a lot worse, and I haven't healed in like 2 to 3 months at all. I just keep going back to clinics and hospitals, and it's eating away at me. So I needed something more intense this time. I guess let me walk you through everything. They stuck the IV in my hand. Oh my gosh, can you see how bruised it is? It's getting yellower every day. Yeah, the nurses wheeled me into a room. I said my goodbyes, signed a bunch of waivers, had to confirm my proxy, and then I was put under for about 4 hours. And when I woke up, there were a bunch of nurses surrounding me and a ton of beeping. And it was because I stopped breathing. So they put a nose, like a breathing tube on my face, and then monitored me for a period of time. I remember crying a lot and feeling super nauseous. I had a barf bag with me at all points in the hospital. And then as time passed, I started to be a bit more awake and conscious and was able to converse with people. So then they got me out of the bed, wanted to see if I could walk, and I couldn't. I almost fell over like 3 times. But then despite that, they were like, "You're good to go," which I definitely wasn't. So I needed to use a wheelchair for a period of time. But then during that, I got a couple antibiotics and a couple painkillers, and I've been at home ever since. I've basically just been instructed to stand up or rest on either of my sides and to not take my bandage off for 2 weeks, which is a long time compared to what I normally have to do, but whatever, you know, I'll listen to the doctors. And I should probably mention, in case you're new to me and my health issues, the surgeries I have are on my spine tailbone area. So the reason I can't sit down is because the spine bends so much there that it can reopen the wound, cause excessive bleeding, and break the stitches. So it's very important to me that I heal with my body straight. It really limits what I can do, and I can't like drive anywhere for 2 weeks. So my plan is gonna be to work a lot. I have book publicity clients that are all remote, so I can easily do that. I'm hoping to paint a lot, and then also I am super close to finishing the last draft of my manuscript. So if I can get it done, I want to submit it to maybe like 6 publishers, but for now I'm going to bunker down with a documentary. I have exciting news. I just finished the last draft of my manuscript. I spent the morning organizing my table of contents, found epigraphs, and did my acknowledgements, my about the author, and it's just all done. It feels really surreal, but I'm currently in the process of sorting which publishers I want to pitch my book to. Weirdly, something is different from the last time I pitched a manuscript, which is that there are presses asking for money. 25 to 40 bucks to submit your manuscript. And I've never come across that before, and yet there's quite a few that have come up. I'm disappointed to see it because the literary field has so many roots of classism in it. You know, it's something that is one of my biggest pet peeves because I didn't grow up with money and I didn't have the opportunities I've witnessed a lot of people having just due to elitism. So yeah, I had to reflect on this and make the decision to not submit to them. I don't think, at least right now, I want to support this. Even though these submission fees aren't a lot of money, they end up being a lot of money if you submit to 2 or 3. And that is just not the kind of accessibility I want to see. When I end up having a more concrete plan as to how I'm going to publish this book, I do want to talk about this more. I have a lot of thoughts around classism and the different dynamics between traditional, hybrid, and self-publishing. And I think it'll be an interesting discussion when I can use the process of my book for it. So yeah, I guess this is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too boring since I just didn't really leave the house, but I'm hoping for a quick recovery so I can do literally anything again.